Hello, dear Virgo, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. And this is Kathy, of course, with your love reading for the month of January of 2026. Welcome to the new year. And take two this is, because I tried to start before, but I wasn't able to continue. Many interruptions. Nevertheless, thank you so much, dear Virgo, for your love and your support always. You are a patron, and that's why this is your reading. YouTube will receive this message after our patrons do, after the 20th of the month, roughly. Let's look at your astrology just a little bit as we will be shuffling and connecting with your image, your personality, your energy. Let's see what's going on, dear Virgo, as okay, we've had a full moon in January, early January in Cancer. In good aspect to you. Jupiter is transiting through Cancer, and that's your 11th house of wishes, dreams, friendships, social media, money that comes through after career, and how people see you out there, nevertheless. Jupiter has been in a bit of a rut in Cancer these past few days, squaring off to Chiron and the Capricorn season. We're talking about now Chiron in Aries, Jupiter in Cancer, and the Capricorn season where we've got Venus, Sun, Mars, Mercury, Juno, and Vesta, all in the sign of Capricorn, and that's your 5th house. Dear Virgo, the house of children, the house of creativity, entrepreneurship, flirtation, fun, and birthing something, right? We could speak to an actual birth. It's the house of investments and fun and confidence and risk-taking. But it's Capricorn. It's Capricorn, and Capricorn is a Saturn-ruled sign, and Saturn is still in your house number 7, with Neptune there, in the house of commitment and marriage and your most important one-on-one relationships, usually spouse. And this cycle is closing up in February. Neptune, end of January, will leave your 7th house finally from Pisces and enter your 8th house, and Saturn will also join Neptune in February there at the early degrees of Aries, which is for you your 8th house of change and money shared with others, money that comes from a partnership. It's the house of sex, it's the house of death, it's the house of the psyche. Neptune takes around 14 years to finish through a sign, so Neptune has been giving you a lot of illusions, and you haven't been able to see clearly where relationships are concerned. Deception, illusion, disillusionment, fantasy, something not real, right? Which is Neptune. Neptune could be the dream, right? Very good for creative partnerships, but Saturn was also there in the past 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. And Saturn is restrictive. He's grounding. In a way, Saturn sort of helped you get grounded in the past 2.5, 3 years to see the reality and not idealize everything, which is what Neptune does in the house of marriage. Saturn would give you the truth where there's been deception and lies. It could be self-deception, doesn't have to be deception from others, it could be. But also, this is changing. I mean, you're off the hook, dear Virgo, and obviously you've been dealing with the eclipses as well, as the South Node is transiting your sign. And if you're a Virgo rising, of course, the South Node is a Cronian, Saturnian energy, so you need to release something. You need to release something to do with your identity, your environment, work, home, relationships. It could be anything. The North Node is in your 7th house. The collective North Node is in Pisces in your 7th. It's never easy to follow or to reach the North Node. But we don't throw out the South Node. We try and find the middle ground relative to the past and the future, your soul's purpose, your soul's past, familiar, the known, and the future, which is the North Node in your 7th house in Pisces. So the eclipses are hitting you there and obviously putting a lot of pressure as well on your home and on your career. Relationships are being eclipsed that have run their course, that were karmic, they've taught you the lesson, it's time to move on. Virgo, for something new. The North Node in Pisces is it's your soul's fate, destiny. Who are you going to be connecting with? The limitations, the illusion from Saturn and Neptune will leave. You'll be able to see much more clearly and you won't have any restrictions. Big lessons learned, a lot of karma that you've worked through. Okay. Uranus is at the top of your chart, so your social standing, your reputation, your career may be changing. You may be reaching for the stars, anything to do with, Uranus is in Taurus, a sister earth sign like you are, so in good aspect to your 1st house and your 7th house of relationships, but he's bringing lots of change, lots of revelations. There's breakthroughs, you're breaking out, you're becoming the maverick. So what you've been trying to accomplish may be changing, or you may be having a download on how to accomplish and succeed what you've been trying to reach, where your goals and your aspirations are concerned. But, Uranus will be opposite your 4th house of home, so big changes also to do with your beliefs, foreign distant lands, because Uranus has been transiting your 9th house since 2018. Right now, with the lineup, the stellium of so many planets in Capricorn, there could be flirtation, there could be risk taken, things could be happening relative to your children. If you've got children, those of you that are at a baby bearing age, pregnancy could be on the menu, or it could be your children that will be becoming pregnant, making you a grandparent, let's say. But we've had Venus and the Sun kissing, so a Venus-Sun conjunction forming a Venus star point. Venus in the heart of the Sun, and Mars connecting with the Sun. So there are cycles, big cycles, small cycles, opening and closing at this time. Mercury, which is your ruling planet, is also in Capricorn. All this stellium of planets is in really good connection to your relationships and to you, to your personal life. So what's going on, dear Virgo? We've got many opportunities here. Now, of course, Jupiter in your 11th house, the house of wishes and dreams and luck and being social, people you connect with, he's retrograde there in Cancer. He rules your 7th house as well, so you may be connecting with someone through social media, someone that is quite wise, someone who could be a teacher, someone that's larger than life through social media, through a group of people. Relationships are very significant. Could also be a foreigner because of Jupiter ruling the natural 9th Sagittarian house. Anyway, Virgo, dear Spirit, Virgo, what's going on for Virgo? Dear Virgo, there will be a new moon in Capricorn in your 5th house of flirtation, dating, sex, and your children and creativity and entrepreneurship on the 18th of January. That's a seed that's being planted there. And the ruler of that new moon in Capricorn will still be in your 7th house. Remember, Saturn leaving your 7th house will leave the gifts behind. The limitations will come down, the restrictions, the doors will open. So it'll be interesting to see. And come February, we're stepping into the eclipse energies. Well, even before that, we're going to have the first new moon eclipse in Aquarius on the 17th of February. So that Valentine's Day, February time will be very significant and interesting. That's your 6th house of work, service, health. Dear Virgo, that's the first solar eclipse, which is an amplified new moon on the 17th of February. Anyway, it's been hard. Most of you are familiar with that. The energies are changing. There's a changing of the guard, the outer planets, the transpersonal planets. Neptune is entering Aries. Saturn is entering Aries. That's fire. Uranus is going to re-enter Gemini and then square Virgo, right? And a square from Uranus will bring tower moments to do with your career, your personal life, your environment, your identity. People will be seeing you very differently come the next 8 years. Expect that. And so Uranus will enter Gemini. That is an air sign. Jupiter from mid-year will enter Leo. That's your 12th house of self-undoing. It's the house of karma, dharma, spirituality. It's bed pleasures, it's sleep, it rules solitude, it rules hospitals, prisons, bad habits, and foreign distant lands, secret love affairs, and a lot of other things is the 12th house. It's the psyche and it's the unconscious, the 12th house. Jupiter will be protecting you, and you may be in preparation to launch something, I don't know, maybe mid-2027, as Jupiter will finish up in your 12th and enter your sign. So Jupiter will enter Leo as well. That's another fire sign. And Pluto is in Aquarius. So the energies are going to start to run. Everything's going to race. Chiron, mind you, is in your sex house, in the 8th house of money shared with others. It's the house of intimacy, emotional, psychological, physical. Chiron, shared money with others. Chiron has been squared by Jupiter from the 11th house. You're looking for a resolution. Chiron, remember, is the wounded healer. There's an open wound. You need to find a resolution to something that needs to change for you, relative to also fears and the psyche and a fear of change. Virgo, you're a mutable sign. That shouldn't be so much your fears. You are going through a lot of changes, as is everyone in the world right now. Now, you're an earth sign. You're still dealing with the eclipses, right? Virgo, still dealing with the eclipses until the eclipse is in your sign. The last one will be early 2028, but the nodes will shift mid-year into Leo and Aquarius. That's your 6th, 12th house, so it's got a lot to do with health. So forewarned is forearmed. Get your health intact, do your checkups. Also your work, your physical body, your emotional, psychological body will be going through changes, as will your goals and your aspirations with Uranus at the top of your chart. We could be talking for another hour, but we do that on Patreon. And if you're listening to this and you're not a Patreon, even though we've got a few Virgos on Patreon, maybe you want to join us on Patreon, do that. Don't fear giving it a trial. Let's see, dear Virgo, what is your karma dharma in the month of January, or whenever you receive this message? I don't like the lighting though, see? That might be a little bit better. Let's see, Virgo. Oh my God, Virgo. You've got Scorpio in the death card. I hope that's not a literal loss. Many of you may know that my mother is not doing well. So I do believe in God's plan. So whatever is meant to be should be, but the energy of change is the death card, right? It's an ending and a new beginning. After an ending, there's a metamorphosis. It's a release. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio individual. Your Plutonian side, your Scorpio side could be coming through. If you've got Pluto next to your sun, which is what I've got, Pluto on my sun gives me that color, the color of Scorpio. So, and then you think, why would a Virgo, get along with a Scorpio? Well, Pluto is on my sun, so I've got that Scorpio signature as well. But for Virgo, this is deep changes, fundamental changes, possibly also to do with your work life, Virgo, because Pluto is in your 6th house. Maybe making changes relative to your health, your health regime, right? What you do on a daily basis. For instance, if you're sitting down all day sitting on a chair, maybe you want to start to exercise, Kathy. Just giving you an example. Mars is in your 5th house. Mars is desire, pleasures in the 5th house. So is Venus in the 5th. So there may be a lot of depth, a lot of intimacy, physical, emotional, psychological with somebody. So let's not just say that, you're going through a fundamental change where your foundation is concerned. Who knows? Where love is concerned, though, it looks like that might be the case. So I don't know if you're leaving an old partner going into a new partnership. Who knows? Let's see what's going on for Virgo, dear Spirit. Please guide us. If you're interested in a personal reading, then do not hesitate to reach out. If you're on Patreon, of course, you're entitled to a discount. What is the main focal point in the 9-card spread that we're taking the middle card now? That's the 3 of Wands. Now, we're going to be taking the Tower of Sexual Magic, Mystic Moon Oracles, the Lenormand, this is the Amethyst Lenormand. We're looking at the Singles and Relationship Oracle deck to see what the blocks are in love, the Angel Answers, and we're taking a Timing Oracle, the Godspeed Divine Timing, as well as some love messages here. So 3 of Wands, this is what Virgo opens up with. Let's take the whole spread. 8 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Is Virgo getting single? She's going out a lot. She's catching up with friends here. We see the singlehood here in the 9 of Pentacles. Remember, 9 of Pentacles is a Virgo card, and it also is like the minor arcana, very similar to the Empress. So singlehood, knowing one's worth, but a little bit of solitude, possibly when at home, because you probably will be social, unless, we've got a 3 of Wands, we've got 3 of Cups, unless there's change where you had choices, Virgo. You've made your choice, whether it's to go from one relationship to another or to be single. Let's continue. Here you are, Virgo. You're seeing the light. You're doing the inner work. You've got a couple of 9s. 9 is significant for Virgo. Possibly 9 days after you see this message, you've got the Hermit. You could be, that's the inner light, or some guidance from someone who is a guru, a teacher, an astrologer, tarot reader. The Hermit is an ending, another 9, right? 9s are endings of cycles, and you've got a Page of Pentacles. What else does Virgo have? We've got the Knight of Cups. What else? We've got the King of Pentacles. And what is the outgoing card for Virgo? We've got the 7 of Swords. Oh my God, there's something sneaky here. What is going on, dear Virgo? The 7 of Swords as the outgoing card. We've got a Queen of Swords. Jesus. And the 4 of Wands. Virgo's coming out of a commitment. Or are you dealing with someone that's coming out of a commitment? The 6 of Pentacles for me is like a divorce card. It's a karma dharma. It's where this person is giving to 2 different sides, but he's focusing on the one more than the other. So the other side feels left out in the cold. There hasn't been any equality. Now, this is also someone paying their due diligence. What are they doing? They're going through separation, or they're doing the work, and they're paying what is due. What is karmically due? A karmic debt? Who did I speak to about a karmic debt? Was it Leo? Check out the Leo and the Cancer readings. I can't remember exactly which one. But to me, this is like someone coming into balance, or trying to find their balance because there was an imbalance here. Someone's feeling left out in the cold, right? Someone's not receiving what they were hoping to receive, and that's why possibly we've got the Eight of Cups here. Is it you, or is it the person you're hoping to manifest? Okay, we've got a Knight of Cups here. Knight of Cups is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We've got a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Seven of Swords in the outgoing column here. What's beneath the Six of Pentacles? We've got a King of Wands. King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This is the passionate king. This is the entrepreneur king. This is the flirtatious king. We've got a Leo, mainly Leo energy. The positive side to Leo would be generosity, kindness, abundance, happiness, positivity. The negative would be the opposite to what I just said. Sometimes King of Wands could be someone that's more self-centered, flirtatious, sometimes even flirting with others, right? That's the taking it too far. King of Wands, right? Someone who wants to have fun, someone that feels very confident, unless you're dealing with a King of Wands that's got a chip on their shoulder. Or it's someone that's just very, they desire making it big. They desire being in a position of leadership. You know, something, it's like feeding their ego. Someone who's made it big, entrepreneur, they're in a position to pay others, right? Or is this someone that was giving to you or just giving elsewhere? But this could have been a marriage, yes, because of the Four of Wands, and we've got an 11-11 here. Well, it was in 2011 when Neptune entered the sign of Pisces, and therefore, ever since then, Virgo has been looking for the answers. This is an opportune moment, but the Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius or Gemini, Libra mainly, Queen of Swords. I do see Virgo many times as the Queen of Swords. Why? Because some of you may have planets in Libra, but Virgo is very much about the logic. So she could be in separation mode. We've got a single divine feminine here and another one here. They could be two different people. This could be you, and this could be, these could be the exes. If this is, you know, if you're caught up in a situation where there is more than just you and another. Okay? It could be a divine masculine, because we've got a father figure here, King of Pentacles. Someone who emotionally is checking out and becoming single. And they're being very tactful, or they're not telling you about that. Who is this? We've got a Knight of Cups and a King of Pentacles. Water, earth, they do match. Taurus, Scorpio we've got here. We're talking about fixation. You're waiting on your ships to come in, Virgo. Or this is saying that someone's come to the end of the road, right? They've seen the light. What comes after the Hermit is the Wheel of Fortune. It's the change, it's the wheel, it's the ending and the new beginning. Someone could be, and of course it could also be possible separation, because you've seen the bigger picture. Remember, Uranus is transiting your 9th, which is the natural Sagittarius Jupiter ruled house. But your 7th house of relationships is also ruled by Jupiter. It's the house of Pisces. Surely there's secrecy here if there are third parties. But we see here that someone has come to the end of the line. We've got an 8 and a 9. And then we've got like an ace in the hands of the Knight. But it's only an emotional offer, right? What we want are the pentacles. That's what would make something grow and into the future if you're looking for commitment, not just a moment of fun. Now, of course, when, you know, because Saturn and Neptune transit in your 7th, Virgo can also speak to separation and divorce. But Saturn in your 7th And Neptune could also be what you've envisioned is crystallizing. It can go either way. So which side of the fence are you on? We see someone's turning their back. Maybe they've made their decision. They've walked through those Two of Wands. They're carrying the Ace. This is what I want. This is what I desire. I've made my choice. And what I desire is at a physical distance. I can just see the ships on the horizon. And this is what someone is studying. But someone needs to know their worth, right? That they can stand on their own financially. Or someone is flirting with the idea of 10 Pentacles we've got here and an 11th here. We've got a father. This could be a child. This could be a mother and a child. She's got children. So very similar to the Queen of Pentacles. Very similar. But the offer that's coming in is only from a knight, right? So talk about romance, right? Knights, they get cold feet sometimes. This is a knight. So he's trotting in. He could be very emotional, fluctuating emotions, so on and so forth. What would be more important would be someone that could give you something long term, right? What is the long term? I mean, Virgo is naturally the very motherly, right? So that Queen of Pentacles, even though they do say it's Capricorn, I do see Virgo there as well, because we're talking about, we've got marriage here, right? We've got possible family, children, right? This is like someone flirting with the idea, planning, strategizing. We've got 2 cards of planning and trying to be intelligent. What's missing from the Nine of Pentacles is this message of, can we look at this in a long-term way? Is there a possibility? And someone's working through their emotions here, right? Sort of imagining, thinking whether they can create something stable. That could even be you, Virgo. Let's not cross that out. That you're looking for romance, or that you're looking to offer your cup, but you're not certain either. You don't know whether there's a wish fulfillment in your future. I mean, we've got the 8 of Cups. There's another cup. That's the 9th cup. 9 cups is a wish fulfillment. But it's also, now I'm going to do things for me. I'm doing things for me. First of all, if I'm a parent, I need to make sure that my parents are safe, secure. And I will not accept anything less than the real thing, which would be the King of Pentacles. But there's tact, there's diplomacy, there's secrecy, there's theft here. What is this 7 of Swords? That's a good question. We will see. Let's see what else is coming through for Virgo. What is coming through for Virgo? We've got a divine masculine here, and they're holding the Ace of Cups. So logically that should be the Knight, because this is like a king, right? So the Knight possibly is turning into the King. Now the King of Cups is also a Scorpio, so that's an interesting one. We've got the child we mentioned, father, child, mother, child. But this is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, could be quickly that there's something's coming in very quickly, change. It's a 13. 13 is the Death card. The child is a new cycle, or there are changes relative to someone's living situation, changes relative to their children. There could be secrets around children. There could be legalities as well, and challenges. Remember, Knights are about action, so they do speak to movement as well. We've got a slow-moving Knight here, and then the energies are pacing, getting quicker, moving towards a new beginning. Let's see what else. And we've got the King of Wands. King of Wands, and we've got the clouds here, and the clouds could speak to worry and concern relative to this parent and their child. But remember that this new beginning is very close to it, and it's like the clouds, the dark clouds are moving away. Remember, we had the King of Wands right here, which could be an ex. So if you've got a choice between two, a past and a future or a present, dear Virgo, looks like you're not out of the woods yet. We still see the energy of, and there's a lot of confusion, possibly even illusion, maybe even deception. Could the deception, because the clouds do bring up the Neptunian illusion and lies, deception, and that does tie in with the Seven of Swords, that could be ahead of you. So let's see, or there is worry in taking action, or there has been worry or a lack of clarity that someone's trying to figure out with the Seven of Swords. Maybe there's a lack of understanding. This King of Pentacles is trying to figure something out here. Is it about you? Is it information that they don't have? What is this King of Wands and the clouds? And we've got the Death card and the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Wow, Virgo. So this King of Pentacles could also be this King of Wands. King of Wands is becoming single. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles is a Virgo's card, and we've got changes for Virgo, big changes for Virgo. Unless this King of Wands has got those Scorpio controlling, mysterious, demanding. I mean, Scorpio can be jealous. There could be a lot of jealousy here, a form of control, and vindictiveness. But something is changing here, surely. Let's take one more on that. And we've got the female here. We've got the divine feminine, which is Virgo for me. And she's holding the Ace of Swords. So, Virgo, this is you. I want to take one card on the Queen of Swords here. And Ten of Swords, she's leaving a betrayal behind. And she's transitioning. The ship is a Jupiterian card. It's Jupiter in Sagittarius. She's departing. She's saying farewell. She's taking a long distance trip. She's going on a voyage. She's going on a new adventure. A new journey is opening up for her. And she's leaving any betrayals behind. What's at the foundation? And we've got the key. Eight of Pentacles. Keep working, Virgo. The key is Chiron. It's healing. The key is Venus in Taurus. It's something long-lasting. There's a revelation. There's something that's going to be unlocked. You're receiving an achievement. You're going to be liberated, and you're finding a resolution. Unless this is your person, the person you're connecting with. Because Chiron is transiting your 8th house of intimacy, sex, emotional intimacy, sexual intimacy. Money shared with a partnership, money that is shared with a group of people, taxes, debts, all these things are the 8th house. And also a healing to the psyche, or even to someone's physical and emotional intimate life. A resolution. The key can speak to unlocking, or the key could be an opening, right? What is the key sitting on? The tree. The tree, which means family, but also for me it's a long-standing other lifetimes connection, because the oak tree, its roots go back, go really deep. So it goes back to different lifetimes, I would say. So, Virgo, big change in the month of January for you. Let's see what's going on in your intimate life. For Virgo, what's going on for Virgo in their love life, in their intimate life? We have Justice, but this is the strength. It's the number of the Strength card, number 8. Justice can speak to separation, karma, dharma, and she's holding the sword. It's like you're getting justified, and because it's a Libra card, Libra is equal relationships. So if you've been in an unequal, that's what's leaving you. If you're looking for an equal relationship, maybe it's time. Maybe it's been blocked by an ending that hasn't come yet, or someone's going to enter your life that's going to change your life from, the roots up. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, very sexual, very, she doesn't hold back about her sexuality, in that she likes to flirt, she likes to have fun, she's very attractive and very magnetic. She's like teasing. She's teasing the divine masculine. She's got it, so that's why she's flaunting it, dear Virgo. So, and we've got the Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness. Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness. So what do we say here now? What I think is maybe Virgo was flaunting her sexuality, magnetizing, attracting. I feel here that she's cut that out. She's coming through as much more logical, more cold now. Obviously something's happened for her to show up in that way. And I feel that there was another sign that got a similar message. Was it Cancer? Or was it the sign before Cancer? I think it was. I think it was Cancer. That she's taken back her energy, and it's as though she's gone fishing. She's reeling them in, and that's with her feminine side, from her feminine side. So she, how she gave a lot and then she pulled back her energy. Unless this is, dear Virgo, this is two sides to you, right? Where you're possibly still going through separation and divorce. You're very attracted and you're very desiring to be with someone that tickles your fancy. But then on the other hand, you've got another face where there's hot, cold here. So maybe this can speak to you more personally. I don't know what else to say about this. But we've also got the Ace of Pentacles here. So she's catching her fish, all right. She's gone fishing. She's gone fishing. And the Queen of Swords would play mind games as well. So Virgo, you could be, you can be the trickster. You are ruled by Mercury. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here. And obviously this intimate connection here, this promises something long term. And we see it like they feel safe and secure. They know what they want. The pentacle is right here. And someone is thinking about it with a page. This is a messenger. Let's take a few cards here. And remember what we said here. We've got the King of Wands. We've got the Sun here. Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Let's see which card do we look at first? Why is Virgo or her person checking out? The Eight of Cups is I'm moving on, I'm moving forward, I'm leaving the past. Yep, Tower moment. There's been an awakening. Something may be coming through very suddenly and someone's going to be checking out. Someone's going to be emotionally moving on, moving forward. Why do we have the Three of Cups? We've got a judgment. No happiness. A lack of happiness. a lack of life. Or there may be a revelation connected to intimacy and sex here, where there's been no intimacy, where there's been, remember, Saturn transiting your 7th, difficult. Someone's been judged about going out, having a good time, catching up with their friends, whatever. Or there's a moment of crisis because there's a third party here. Someone needs to make a choice. There are second chances. Why do we have the 9 of Pentacles? We've got the 4 of Wands. This is Virgo entering a new phase where there's going to be abundance, stability, but she needs to know her worth. She needs to ask not less than what she is worth, because the 9 of Pentacles is she's very attractive. She's got everything that she needs. Now, the 4 of Wands could be a house, it could be a marriage, it could be a business, right? And it's also a portal. 1111, remember what I said before, is the 1111. Pay attention to the signs, the signs that are coming to you, Virgo. This could also be success at being single, finally walking through that portal. Or there's great abundance that's in store for Virgo, which will change Virgo's life fully. I mean, this is Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. Pluto means riches. Riches in love, possibly riches also financially, feeling much more stable. Let's see why we've got the Hermit. 10 of Swords. Yep. 10 of Swords, a betrayal, someone expecting an ending. What is this messenger about? It's about that Ace of Pentacles. It's about that opportunity. It's about that long-term connection, relationship. Let's look at the Knight of Cups. Aquarius, possibly Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or this is a wish fulfillment. Someone's coming through with an offer. It's a knight. So they may be, as I said, their emotions going through a fluctuation. We did say that they're turning into the king here because of the Ace of Cups. We see a king here, not a knight. There may be a little bit of immaturity in this person. There may be an age difference, but it could also be where in the emotional department, if this is the same person, we've got in the emotional department not so much experience, but in the day-to-day practical life and life full of duties and proof, because the Pentacles is, you show me where the money is. You prove that you're willing to support, to guard, to protect, right? The King of Pentacles is the father figure. Let's see. Now, of course, this could be someone that is a business owner. Why do we have the 3 of Wands, first of all? We've got the 4 of Swords, so it's going to take a little bit of time for those ships to come in. Who is this King of Pentacles? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Earth is slow, but is certain. Okay, there's no... Earth is about security. Earth is about reality. And reality, everything begins with a thought, then an action, then the reality changes, right? We've got the Moon. So there may be some fears or some secrets around this King of Pentacles. This may be a secretive connection with this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles may also have Cancer or Pisces energies, or they may be they may have fears pertaining to the psyche, or they could be showing up in your dreams. They could be a dream of yours. Or they're keeping secrets about what's going on in their life. Let's look at the 7 of Swords, because 7 of Swords and the Moon, quite similar. We've got the Death card. Oh my goodness, Virgo. Virgo, 1, 2, 3. 3 times the energy of Scorpio. Change. This is a change where fears are concerned. This is an ending to a family life, a secret life. 1, 2, 3 major arcana as we finish off your reading. A lot will be revealed that was hidden. Scorpio, very strong for Virgo. And we've got the 7 of Pentacles. No more waiting. I think that the waiting will be over. 7 swords, 7 pentacles. For some of you, it's 7 years. 7 years, it could be a 7-year situation. That's a quarter cycle of Saturn. Going back 7 years, go back to 2019. Maybe that was a significant year for you. And why do we have the Queen of Swords? There are big changes here. No more waiting. No more sneakiness. Things will be revealed. What's been hidden is that there are big changes in their personal life, I would say, Virgo, if you were in the dark about what's going on with this person. Let's look at this Queen of Swords. We've got the King of Swords. We've got the couple that are going through separation and divorce, or they're seeing things just from a very detached, cold point of view. And we've got the Ace of Wands. There won't be any holding back relative to desires. All the truths are going to come out. And this is what's going to change the energy up. Okay, now we've got Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. We've got Aquarius, Libra here for me. It could be Virgo, it could be Aquarius, Virgo, it could be anything. But we've also got some fire. Remember, we had the King of Wands as well. So this King of Swords could have been the King of Wands. Also, I'm going to say King of Wands could also be a Scorpio for me. So for some of you, if you were dealing with someone that was very jealous, very controlling, someone that was very mysterious, some of you could be releasing someone that was very toxic, because Scorpio can also be toxic when they're in their shadow, in their lower vibration, right? And we've got the Six of Cups, so there's nostalgia, things returning from the past, a possible soulmate from the past, when times were more innocent, more emotionally stable or equal. Virgo, this is quite a potent month, the month of January for you. Let's see what the blocks are for Virgo. I think this is it. I'm going to take 2. Unworthy. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. I don't know if this is you or if it's the person you're hoping to manifest. Because you may have made them have doubts if you've pulled back your energy and your magnetism and your playful side, because Virgo does have a playful side. You just need to unlock it. They're not frigid. There's more to Virgo than just the cold, discerning, nitpicking, perfectionism of Virgo. All right? As long as you know how to find the key. The key is, there is the key. So let's see. Let's take one more card. And we've got Lone Wolf. Are you really a loner, or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? Wow. There is someone that is a lone wolf here. Why? Because they don't believe that they are worthy of being in a connection. Or people that don't feel worthy, they don't know their worth, they do tend to stay in unhealthy connections. And lone wolf could be someone that's been through a lot of hurt and they're not ready to step into another connection. Obviously, most people, people are born to be in relationships. So the lone wolf usually Most people that are alone have been hurt, so there may be a chip on someone's shoulder here, and they are fearing being hurt again because they've obviously been hurt before. Let's take your person's emotions and let's look into their deepest psyche. Contemplation. They're all alone. Solitude. Your person is taking a lot of time on their own. Soul searching, yes, and thinking, and fall. They're not feeling that good. Fall is like low, vibrationally feeling low, and this may have been since the fall season if you're in the northern hemisphere, or they will be alone until fall season for those of you that are in the southern hemisphere. Let's take one more. We've got surrender. It's like they're going through a release. You know, the fall card shows the it reminds me of Christmas. So possibly very they had a very quiet Christmas as well. They were seeking solitude, and they're surrendering and just releasing and saying, let the chips fall where they may. And the surrender card is Pisces as well. It could be some karma that they've been working through and going through a release. Let's see where you are. Because surrender is unconditional love. It's Pisces, but it's also illusion. Could also be deception. Could also be imagination. They're just fantasizing and not doing much. You refocus. Numbing. It's like you've been going in cycles again and again. And the numbing is like escapism. It's like it's very strong pain. You've been in various cycles, dear Virgo, possibly. Or you're going back to when you had a really tough time, or the numbing card. It feels too hard for you to do another cycle, I feel here. It's like Spirit is saying, okay, refocus, prepare to go through another cycle, and you're thinking, I don't know if I could do this. The signs are telling you, they're showing you the way. As I said, repeating numbers, so you will be receiving signs, and through your dream state possibly. We've got devotion. So even though it's too hard, Virgo is willing to do one more cycle, because Spirit is telling them to do so. Wow. There may be a communication through social media here with the Star and the Knight of Cups. I just want to take one more card. What is that? What's the Star about? Because it's a card of hope and the future. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is the miser. It's also, some of you have been waiting for a long time for this offer to come through. It's like something that you've always wished for. And yes, you are dealing with someone that did not open up easily. They've been hurt before. That's 100%, 95%. Virgo, you're going through massive changes. I'm going to take some angel answers, but I want to take a couple of Sibilas here. I want to see what the angels are going to advise you, if they can answer your questions. So do think up a question. You can pause this and think of your question. Let's go. Listen to your intuition. Big happy changes. I think Leo had that. We had one more sign that had that as well. Maybe Aquarius as well. One more card. And a year from now. A year from now, it says. We will take the timing card, but I want to take some Lavera Sibila. I want to see more information on the Seven of Swords, the Death card, and the Seven of Pentacles. Remember, the Ace of Pentacles is here. Wow, okay. Melancholy, Five of Pentacles. this divine feminine thinks that a relationship is over, and she's vibrationally in a very low position, very depressed. And then all of a sudden you see the thief. The thief shows up. Let's see. We've got the Gran Consolazione. Look at this here. We've got the feminine and the masculine going through the same thing. It's just that the feminine sees things as much more negative. But look at the dream. It's very similar. So it looks like, to me, because the Gran Consolazione is one of the best La Vera Sibilas, what is leaving and what you will find out, dear Virgo, that maybe you've been waiting on. You've been very invested. You may be finding out that your person is very invested in you, that they've always fantasized, right, in big changes, and they've been very tactful as well, maybe being careful the way they acted. They were trying to be very careful. Feels like possibly because they didn't want an ending, or possibly if they were dealing with another situation as well, trying to keep, like the Two of Pentacles, trying to balance things out. I'm just thrown off a little bit. And we've got the alegría, merriment and happiness, the Nine of Wands. Someone is celebrating an ending because they're fantasizing what the life that they want to have. Maybe they need some time to do that, but they're going through an ending, surely. We've got a Gran Signore. This is King of Cups, King of Wands. It could be the Emperor, could be the King of Pentacles. To me, more water, earth. The Gran Signore, the big, generous VIP king, is here. There may be a little bit of pride. There's loyalty, though. And it would be more the King of Cups because it's the 13, and it's a heart, which says it's more water. As we said here, the King of Cups, and looks like they've got a very special relationship with one of their children. That could have been something as well. And now, when can Virgo celebrate? When can this celebration or this dream manifest? This consolation happen, or this dream manifest? So it's like she's depressed that something has ended, but there comes something that she always dreamed of, right? And there's the celebration. So she may be sharing that with her friends. Let's see when this celebration or when this dream could possibly come true. When could this revelation happen? Let's see. Remember, we're taking 3 cards because there's a few of you there. We've got in April, as the flowers are blooming. For others, a few weeks. That could be April, yes. Was it Cancer that had the a few weeks? And it's up to you. That's a very significant message that's come out for a few people. And for one particular sign, it came out twice in 2 different decks, so that was really uncanny. And you're going to ask me, who was it? It was one of the first signs that I did. So Capricorn or Aquarius, I think it may have been Aquarius, or Pisces. Check those readings out. If you're on Patreon, it doesn't cost you more than purchasing buying me a cup of coffee. So you get all the 12 signs. So I don't know why you wouldn't be on Patreon. It does pay you. And not only that, but we also look into the astrology. Astrology is very much a technique, very mathematical, and very, you need to fine tune, you need to be good with the details, and that's what we do on Patreon. So we also teach, because we explain everything by showing you the chart. So do join us on Patreon, support our channel. Let's get into your person's head. What are they thinking? And we may also be connecting with your energy, dear Virgo. I was a little bit I felt a little bit lost at one point in your reading, so you may be feeling that a little bit. Let's see. I will never forget you. I will always love you. Your eyes are familiar to me. I know that we've shared lives before. You must feel it too. Please forget me was a mistake. I got carried away. I didn't want to hurt you. It didn't mean anything. What are you finding out, Virgo? We've got the Thief. You can trust me with your heart, babe. I won't ever hurt you. So obviously there's been distrust. And that's why someone is in the Seven of Swords energy. One day we may meet again somewhere in time. This is my twin flame card. And I can't get over you. Last card. I will climb any mountain. I will swim any river to be with you. Come to me. And we're done. I can't do this anymore. It hurts too much. Virgo, it's going to be quite a little bit of a dramatic month I see here with the energies that are playing out. You may need to listen to it again and again. What's going is going. You've had the Death card. I'm happy to see the Death card in the sense that, and even though we're not reading reversals, it came out 3 times. So obviously a death process takes time. You may have been in that. Some of you may be in it still a little bit, after January. But it is going to be the end, right? The end of something maybe toxic, something you're releasing. The end of a life chapter, surely where love is concerned. Neptune, Saturn in February leaving your 7th house. You're leaving someone behind. So you do have opportunities for new love, obviously. Remember, the King of Pentacles could also be a father figure, Knight of Cups, or a father figure or someone you share children with, and the Knight of Cups could be someone younger. So we'll leave it there. It will be a different story for each of you. Thank you for trusting in these readings, and if you're interested in a personal, do not hesitate to reach out. Virgo, I'm wishing you well. Thank you so much. Lots of love, lots of light, and sending you big hugs and blessings for 2026.